Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Locher. Welcome to the Locher Room.
Hi there, I'm Trent Dawson. You may know me as Henry Coleman from As the World Turns. I want to welcome you to this one night only streaming event. I want to thank each and every one of you that signed up for this, all of you in the US and in Canada and in the UK and in the Netherlands and in Germany and all over the world. We have people from all over the planet watching tonight. You are making, you made As the World Turns possible, and we all know that, and you're making this evening possible. You're supporting live theater at a time when it desperately needs it. We're all suffering and during this pandemic, but while live theater is on pause, we're also losing all the venues where you can do live theater and live dance and live music and all that sort of stuff. And people are out of work, all the actors and designers and directors and crew and all these folks. And you're going to help them not only pay their wages, but also pay their health care, because that's how they get health care, is through their work. We're in a strange time. People are isolated from each other because of the virus, and over here in the States because of ideologies. There's a lot of shouting going on out there. So I thought it would be a great time to bring people back together to get a sense of community, of shared experience, of family. I know how many of you have told me over the 20 years that I was on the show, 10 years I was on the show, 20 years since, that that you started watching As the World Turns on your mother's knee or your grandmother's knee. We want to bring you back to that sense of love, that sense of safety and community. Now, it's 10 years ago, almost exactly, that the final air date of As the World Turns happened. So we're bringing back some of your favorite actors to replay those parts. We got almost everybody. We couldn't get all the folks. Some people had conflicts. So we asked some of our favorite people that were also on the show and recast it a little bit. And I said, you want to try this out? And they said, yes. I'm so grateful that they said yes. And it's amazing. You're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Of all the friends and colleagues that I reached out to, though, there's one that's here now that means the most to me. I'm so glad she's here. And she has something very important to share.
Absolutely. As Trent mentioned, we wanted to catch up with Marnie Schulenburg. Marnie was diagnosed with stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer 5 months after her daughter was born. And for those of you who may not be aware, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So please welcome our friend, Marnie Schulenburg. Ooh. Marnie.
Thank you so much, Trent. And thank you, Alan, for putting this together tonight. And thank you, everyone, for donating their time and money to be here tonight, and for getting the gang back together and for giving me this platform to talk about the rare form of breast cancer that I'm battling as we speak. This is my first time speaking publicly and live about this. So like a good actress, I'll be working from a script in case I become a bit of a hot mess. I think it's pretty safe to assume that everyone watching has had someone they know impacted by breast cancer in some way. This year alone, over 325,000 women have been diagnosed. But if you're anything like me, it wasn't really on my daily radar because it hadn't impacted me yet in a profoundly and irrevocable way. You know, I didn't always remember that October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, nor did I have any idea that there isn't a cure for everyone who gets breast cancer. And I certainly had never heard of inflammatory breast cancer. Inflammatory breast cancer, we believe, accounts for 1% to 5% of those diagnosed with breast cancer each year, although it's possible it accounts for more and it just goes unreported or is misdiagnosed due to it being understudied in general. It commonly affects younger women like myself and rarely presents itself with a lump, making early detection almost impossible. Even if you do make a diagnosis or try to get one early with IBC, it's never less than a stage 3 due to the fact that it invades your lymphatic system, involving the skin from the get-go. Some find it by noticing like an odd bug bite or rash on their breast that won't go away, or others, like myself, assume it's a clogged mouth duct or mastitis, a common breastfeeding infection, and treat it as so and lose precious time. It's quite insidiously brilliant how it disguises itself and infects the one area that is your baby's life source. It's not commonly picked up by mammograms, especially when you're a breastfeeding mother, so being your own advocate is key. Now, I could talk so much more about my personal journey and inflammatory breast cancer in general, but if you're interested in knowing more, I recommend that you check out the IBC Network Foundation page, which was a beacon of hope and enlightenment for me during some of my darkest early days of diagnosis, along with the amazing outreach of our community. So if you're someone who's messaged me or sent a care package or something and I never thanked you, please know that we are beyond grateful. However, what is most important to me before we take this wonderful stroll down Nostalgia Lane with my ATWT family is that you all remember the importance of your own voice. We have an incredible medical community who are literally risking their lives every day for the sake of humanity right now, but they are also stretched so thin. You are one of many to them, but you only have one of you. Now, I was hounding people in the middle of a global pandemic when I thought what was mastitis wouldn't go away. I spoke to 2 lactation consultants, 1 occupational therapist, 1 breast specialist, and my OBGYN. I had 3 courses of antibiotics, 2 ultrasounds, 2 mammograms, and 3 biopsies over the course of 2.5 months, and symptoms progressed in over 3 months before I was officially diagnosed. And it would have been much longer to a diagnosis if I just waited for my medical care team to tell me what next steps to take, and most definitely too late for me. And even now, 5 months into treatment, I don't go into a single appointment without my notebook of questions about what proactive steps I can take to better my chances. Instead of waiting for symptoms to happen to me that could be precursors of something more serious, I've learned the importance of educating myself on how to avoid those symptoms in the first place. Especially as women, we can sometimes be written off as hysterical or reactive. But you know your own body. They don't. It communicates with you on a daily basis. Listen to it because it could be the difference of your life. And with that, enough of my drama. I feel like it's time to revisit other people's drama. So thank you again, Trent and Alan. And I hope you all enjoy the reading.
You look beautiful. We're thrilled you're here. And I'd say, shall we get this show on the road? Sit back and enjoy the final episode of As the World Turns, episode 13,858.
Wow.
So get ready, everybody. Here we go.
All right.
And now for the next 30 minutes, As the World Turns. Brought to you today by Ivory Soap, 99 and 44, 100% pure. It floats. As the World Turns. As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way, and by Bold 3 detergent with built-in fabric softener.
All right. Act 1, we're in the nurses' station. Nurses, patients, and doctors move around the nurses' station at Memorial Hospital in Oakdale, Illinois. A nurse passes through urgently with a patient chart as Dr. Bob Hughes takes it all in on his very last day before retirement. We watch as Bob enters his office and begins to pack his personal items and nameplate into a cardboard box.
Most days, a small-town hospital is a pretty quiet place in the early hours of the morning. In those moments before the carts begin rattling down the hall and the doctors and nurses start their rounds, all you can hear is the steady hum of the machines. Everything else is silent. That's my favorite time to be here. Always has been. It's been the one time of the day when I can assure myself that on my watch, all is as it should be. Of course, I know at any moment now, my grand illusion of order will be shattered. The hospital will spring to life. along with the rest of the people who call this town home. The world will have turned once more, and another day will have begun in Oakdale, Illinois. As a doctor who has spent his entire professional life in this town, I've come to know an awful lot about the people of Oakdale.
Snyder Kitchen, exterior, morning. Holden closes up a tackle box and grabs 2 fishing poles, ready to head out to the Snyder Pond.
Thanks for dropping Ethan off.
Mm-hmm. Somebody was excited to go fishing with their daddy.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd better keep that someone from waiting. I'll have him home in time for dinner.
Lily and Holden have a long look.
I've taken care of some of them since they were kids themselves, and I've watched them grow up to raise families of their own.
Have fun, you guys. Catch a big one.
I've seen them come together and find happiness where and when you least expect it.
Henry and Barbara, Lakeview Hotel Suite. Barbara is sleeping in her luxurious bed as her beloved husband glides in with a breakfast tray and champagne. Arise and shine, Mrs. Coleman.
And I've been hearing wonder joy, hearing all of the many individual parts, whether I understood them or not.
A tap on Henry's shoulder. He turns to see Barbara in a negligee. She laughs and he pulls her into a hot kiss.
I've seen them conquer their demons through sheer determination.
Fair winds, morning. Paul is dozing on the couch, clutching a stuffed dog and watching his daughter Eliza as she has a tea party.
Okay. She woke up.
Uh-huh.
So we're giving Puppy a tea party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Keeping a close eye on the two of them, are you?
Sure. Both of them.
And love, because love can be the lifesaver you need when you hit rock bottom and lose your way.
Henry and Barbara, Lakeview Suite. Henry ravishes Barbara with kisses.
Going through the changes life throws at you together is part of any marriage, but doing it with a sense of humor may be the key to a happy marriage.
You know, I never have any complaints when you kiss me.
Ooh, excellent. Let's keep that tradition going.
But if we keep doing that, we'll never make it over to Paul and Emily's for dinner.
Huh? What? Who are Paul and Emily? And what? Why do we have to go to dinner with them? What?
Henry, you know this invitation tonight is their way of reaching out to us. I just don't want to be late.
I know. I just get around you and I just can't help myself. You have the most luscious slope of neck that I have ever seen in my entire life. It's ridiculous.
Well, you can admire my slope later on.
You know, if tonight it really is an olive branch from Paul and Emily, are you sure you want to talk to Paul about the decisions that we've made?
Paul's going to be upset no matter when we tell him.
And you're sure this is what you want?
More than anything.
Cut 2, fair winds, night.
So, you're really going to do it? You're really going to tell your mom that you are walking away from BRO?
Yes, I am. I even had papers drawn up for the dissolution of our partnership. But do me a favor, okay? Don't talk to my mom until I get a chance to talk to her about this first.
Oh, honey, please. You don't have to worry about me. You can do all the talking. I'm just going to be hiding in the kitchen and kind of putting away all the knives.
Okay. But she can kick and scream all she wants. I'm not changing my mind. Little lies are my first priority from now on. I'm cutting all strings. I'm going to do something that makes myself happy for a change.
Like making out with me?
I would make me happy.
Barbara and Henry arrive for dinner.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt.
Hi.
Hi. Can I get you guys a drink?
Yes.
If nobody minds, I'd like to make a toast to my mother and Henry.
To us? Why? What did we do?
Well, you two have shown us what a real partnership is all about, how important it is for two people to be on the same page, want the same things, and that sometimes shaking up expectations can be good and actually be something you need. And even the most successful partnerships can benefit from change. Look at what we've managed to do with URO.
Paul, stop. There's something I need to talk to you about. And I really know how to do it other than just kind of lay it all out there. So, here.
Barbara pulls out a folded legal document.
What's this?
I'm dissolving our partnership in BRO. Paul, I love you and I have loved working with you, but I have Henry now, and I want to spend my time with him. So I hope you understand.
I understand. More than you know. So sure, I'll sign it.
Wow, Barbara, I have to admit, I honestly never thought I'd see the day that you would walk away from your son.
I am not walking away from my son. Emily, I am setting him free. He's setting both of us free. Thank you. Watch it or I'll slap you.
You're welcome.
Well, I think this calls for another toast, don't you?
Yes.
Here you go.
Totally agree.
All raise their glasses in celebration.
Here you go. To the future, to us all getting exactly what we want.
Here, here.
Here, here. Cut 2. Fair winds. Night. Emily and Paul are now alone.
You know, I'm really proud of you. You know that, right?
Thank you. I'm just so relieved I'm not going to be in business with my mother anymore. Wait, what's so funny?
Oh, come on, honey. Contract, no contract. Your mother will always be part of your life and mine.
But you'll love me anyway?
Honey, I will always love you.
Cut to Barbara and Henry Lakeview Suite. Barbara and Henry are relaxing in their hotel suite.
Well, what did Dusty say?
Oh, he has no problem selling Metro back to me if it will make my wife happy.
Oh, well, nothing would make me happier than spending every night working and dancing with you in our club.
Then, may I have this dance? Henry clicks on the music and he reaches for Barbara as they start gliding around the room doing the tango, which I wish we still had that music. And we cut to Lakeview lobby. Night. John Dixon is at the Lakeview lobby front desk checking in.
The role of Lisa Miller Hughes, Eldridge, Shea, Coleman, McCall, Mitchell, Grimaldi, played by Ann Sayre, and many others.
Now look, my lady friend and I have just gotten off a flight from Amsterdam, and we would like a room with a very large and a very bubbly jacuzzi.
Johnny boy. Well, so you're bringing back a little Dutch treat from Amsterdam?
Oh, indeed I am, and we intend to hang out in our little wooden Dutch shoes in your little wooden hotel. And by the way, I would like roses on her breakfast tray every morning.
Well, roses? My goodness, who is this poor, darling, unsuspecting, precious tulip of yours?
Good morning, Lisa. Don't you look lovely today?
How you like them strudels?
In fact, over the years, I've watched these people face every challenge you could possibly imagine.
Lily House. Night.
But I've also come to believe that out of a loss comes something great. Rebirth.
Lily opens the door to John and Lucinda. Holden is done fishing and is dropping Ethan back off for dinner.
Mother, I didn't know you were back from Amsterdam.
We just got in this morning.
Don't worry, I haven't come to beg forgiveness.
Really?
Yes.
Well, then why are you here?
Well, I think because your mother would like you to see that she can live her life happily with me without trying to ruin your life as well.
Wait a minute. What are you saying? The two of you are...
We're back together. Yes, we are.
Oh, come on, you two. Don't look so shocked. We've got blood on our veins.
What did you think was going to happen when we went off together?
I honestly didn't give it much thought.
But I do have something to say.
Here it comes.
Okay, I have no intention of getting in your way at Worldwide. If you want to take the control of the company, it's yours for the taking.
But what are you going to do? I mean, Worldwide is your life.
Oh, well, it was. But I'm going to spend the rest of my time with John and forget all about work.
I don't know what to say.
Nothing. You're off the hook. That's what you wanted all along, right? Well, I mean, of course, should you get a hankering to see your dear old mother, you know where to find me, right? Good night, dear.
Good night, Mother.
John and Lucinda exit.
What was that?
Did that just happen?
I mean, if anyone can keep your mother out of your hair, it's John.
Who knew John Dixon would be the answer to my prayers?
I know. Yeah, I thought that was my job.
Lily and Holden exchange a look. Lakeview lobby, night. John and Lucinda have returned to the Lakeview.
You know, since I have paid for these roses on her breakfast tray, I think I'd like to see roses on her breakfast tray every morning.
Oh, Lord, please help me.
Oh, do you have a problem with that?
Oh, no, of course not. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may.
Yeah, old times, forget about that one, okay? I intend to, what?
What do you want to know?
Tell me something. Shh, tell me something. Are you getting the roses because you want to get them from me? Or are you getting them just to get a
well, you know, just, like a little bit of both.
You haven't changed. You're still the same. You haven't changed a bit.
Oh, well, neither of us know. Nobody really knows what the future holds. So why don't we make a pact, you and me?
Yeah.
That we have one hell of a good time finding out what, all right? What do you say?
Love in the time of the coronavirus. I say you're on. Gute Teile, schlechte Teile, everybody.
Let's go.
All right, off John and Lucinda hand in hand as the elevator doors close on them. Oh my goodness. Lily House, night.
What are you thinking?
My mother and John, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm worried about her.
Why?
What if things don't work out between the two of them? I mean, I tried before and it didn't last.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but they're older, they're wiser. And I really do believe that they love each other. Otherwise, they would have never made it back together.
You think that's enough? Just loving each other?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes it just takes a few times to get it right. And listen, I better be going. I'll call you in the morning.
I'd like that.
I know.
Holden. Well, let me finish. Holden.
I'm just so excited. I know.
Holden steps outside and looks back at the door to the home he once shared with Lily. He's hopeful for a new beginning, and we fade out and end Act 1. Not bad. We're having a little, I think we might have a little thing here. Yes.
We are not having a little thing. We're just waiting for a few folks to get into the studio.
Okay.
I'm just trying to read some things as we're going here, but we're waiting for a few folks. So hold on. Trent, can you see some of the questions on the side? I'm going to text.
I can, and I'm going
I see. Well, great. Lily and Holden, love you guys. We're going to... Here's Rosanna. Now we're just waiting on Craig. So hold on just a second as we wait for one other folks to get here. And here we go.
Mr. Hawigan.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Hi. Fade into Act 2. We have a morning at Al's Diner. Rosanna sits at a table and has breakfast alone.
And I've seen them rise up again and rebuild a life that once seemed lost to them.
Hello, Rosanna.
Craig. What are you doing here?
I'm here to have breakfast with you.
Dusty Lakeview Suite morning. Janet is waking up as Dusty carries in a baby in their hotel room because it's Oakdale. If you don't own a house, you live at the Lakeview.
Somebody wanted his mommy.
Oh, hi.
I've seen them get married, seen them get divorced. I've even seen them get married again, and sometimes more than once. But who's counting?
Cut to the Milltown bedroom morning. Jack and Carly are snuggled in bed. And the quiet, peace and quiet at home. We there? Hold tight. Sorry, we lost our leader. There we go.
Trent, I can't hear. Can you hear anything?
I can. I can hear you.
I can't.
We're waiting for Jack and Carly. Oh, no.
They're only 3,000 miles apart.
Here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I was having some sound issues. Technology.
All right.
Technology.
It's a brave new world, man.
He lost himself in his search.
Oh, man.
Oh, so that's what this is about.
Is that where we are?
Milltown bedroom morning. Jack and Carly are snuggling in bed, reveling in the peace and quiet at home.
Now that's what I call a wake-up call, Mrs. Snyder.
I thought you'd like that, Mr. Snyder.
You know what else I like?
Most definitely, I do.
Jack and Carly get back to snuggling. Wink a wink. Cut two. Old Town, afternoon.
Life can take the most unexpected turn, and everything changes.
Twice in one day. Are you stalking me?
No, this is purely a coincidence.
Really? Now, why don't I believe that?
Because you're naturally suspicious of me?
Yeah, with damn good reason. Where's Johnny?
At a friend's house. So I was thinking, now we should have that drink that you promised me.
One, I didn't promise you anything. And two, we already had breakfast together.
That didn't count.
Well, my answer is still no.
Come on, I'm starting over here, Rosanna. I don't have a job. I have exactly 0 friends. You're the only one in Oakdale who doesn't treat me like a complete pariah.
No, I have no interest in being your default friend or your savior.
Your honesty wounds me.
Well, you are an old pro at reinventing yourself, Craig, so go do that. Make amends. Whatever you have to do to pull yourself out of this funk.
Milltown living room afternoon. Jack is picking up toys and folding the laundry while Carly is busy sketching and looking at fabrics.
How's the morning sickness?
Oh, the less said about it, the better. Hopefully it'll be over soon. I can start eating for enjoyment.
Well,
As big as a house.
I can't wait.
When patience runs in the family.
What do you mean?
Well, Sage was just asking me when she can tell her friends that she's going to have a baby brother or sister.
And what'd you say?
I said that just as soon as I'm out of my first trimester, she can tell the whole entire world that I'm having your baby.
I love the sound of that.
Mm.
Jack and Carly drop what they are doing and start getting frisky once again.
Ooh. Exhausted.
Oh, Janet, Dusty, Lakeview, sweet afternoon.
You don't think it's asking too much?
Is it what you want?
Well, yeah, it is, but you know, I'm not the only one who has a say in this. I mean, he's your son too.
You and my son mean everything to me. So whatever you want, I want.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you more.
Dusty and Janet embrace in a giant family hug with the dog, with infant Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you've changed.
Truly. Oh.
Milltown living room afterwards. Carly still preoccupied with her creative endeavors, while Jack is struggling to match the socks in the laundry basket.
Really? Did they really? Really? He can't match. Okay, never mind. Okay. Jack. Hey, Jack. Jack. Do you
What?
think you could do me a favor this morning?
What's that?
Well, I was driving around yesterday and the car was making a funny noise.
Funny noise. Like what?
Yeah, like a. Could you check that out for me?
Absolutely. Very important.
Oh, Jack, do you realize what's happening to us?
What? What are you talking about?
We're normal. We're married, children, normal problems.
No, honey, it may not always stay that way.
You don't think that it's going to become dull, do you? That you're going to become boring. That we're going to become boring.
No, sweetheart, there's not a chance that will ever happen. Not a
Ding dong.
See, you need any more proof?
Carly moves to the door and open it to Janet, Dusty, and baby Lorenzo.
Hey!
Hi. Sorry to just drop in like this, but
No, don't worry about that. Come on in.
Thank you.
Oh, look at you. You are so big.
Referring to Lorenzo, of course. Unbelievable. He's what, a little over a month?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry we've been keeping our distance. It's just, you know, we thought it would be easier because for so many months we thought Lorenzo was yours. And Dusty and I, my love, wanted to have a chance to bond together with him as a family.
That's I understand, Janet.
So is that what you call him? You call him Lorenzo?
Yes. Allow me to introduce Lorenzo Dustin Donovan.
Oh, that's great. Donovan.
Yes, Lorenzo. That's quite a name. Think you can live up to it, little buddy?
He's gonna try.
Oh, and by the way, just one more thing. I know this may sound awkward, but Lorenzo's christening is coming up, and we wanted to know if you would be the godfather.
You want me to be his godfather?
Yes.
Yes, but if it's too much of a commitment for the both of you, we totally understand. It's okay.
No. I would be honored, Janet. Of course. Thank you very, very much. In fact, we have some news of our own, don't we?
Really? What's that?
Pregnant.
What? What?
Yep,
Oh, Carly, you must be thrilled.
You better be.
Thrilled.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much.
Oh, wow. Who would have thunk it, huh?
Not me.
Look at all of us. I think things turned out exactly the way they were supposed to.
Me too.
Janet, do you mind? Mind if I hold him?
Sure.
Take him.
Take him.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go. Oh.
So
looks just like his father.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, hello, Lorenzo. Hello. Hi. Yes, you and our little one are going to grow up together. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I think they're going to be great friends. Take him.
Old Town, night. Craig and Rosanna take a stroll. Old Town is deserted.
How about one more nightcap back at my place?
Man, you just cannot help yourself, can you?
Apparently not.
Hold up, buddy.
Do we really need to play this game one more time?
I told you, Craig, I am not interested in starting something up with you again.
We'll see.
Ooh, he offers her his hand. She refuses to take it, but they walk off together. Milltown living room, night. Carly calls off camera to Sage.
Zip it! Go to sleep, Sage! Put a sock in it! Can you? Hey, Sage, honey, please go to sleep. You can text your friends about the baby in the morning.
Oh, God.
You gave her the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I hold you 100% responsible for everything.
I'm going to have a long talk with her tomorrow and set down some ground rules.
Good. My hero.
Now, yeah, well, okay. Now,
I was being sincere on that.
I know you were. Were you?
Yes. My hero.
That's right. Now come here. Huh? At last, it's just the two of us.
Oh, don't you mean the three of us? This little one's going to be a part of our lives for the next 18 years at least.
Wow. That's a good way to kill the mood, lady.
With you, that is impossible, G-Man.
Jack moves in for a steamy kiss with Carly as we fade out Act 2. Whoa.
That was a lot.
We'll continue with As the World Turns in just a moment.
Hey everyone, Paul Layton here, saying hello from what is clearly the warm and very sunny climes of Antwerp in Belgium. You may potentially remember me as Simon Fraser on As the World Turns. You know, diamond thief, race car driver, architect, renowned turtleneck wearer. And also for one particularly inspired storyline one summer, I also played a character called Donovan Curry. Who had an even thicker Australian accent than Simon, if that was possible. Congrats, Trent, on getting the team back together for this read and this great cause. I hope everyone donates heartily. And if I'm going to get a cheap plug-in of my own on your watch, Trent, I hope everyone tunes in November 13th to watch my latest movie, Chick Fight, starring Marlon Ackerman, Bella Thorne, and Alec Baldwin. It's a lot of fun. So have a great time tonight. Hope everyone is staying safe wherever you are. And don't forget to vote. Ciao.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Billy. I miss you all. Trent, thank you for putting this together. And everyone else there, I truly, truly miss you. I'm so grateful and thankful to say that I'm an alum of ATWT, and I want to wish you guys the best with the reading today. I miss you all, and it's so important that we're trying to get live theater back up and going, and I'll support that in any way I can. Again, best of luck with the reading today. I miss you all, and yo!
Yo. Fade into Act 3. It is Margot and Tom's house.
Oakdale may be an ordinary town filled with ordinary people, but it's an ordinary town where something extraordinary happens every day.
Margot was in the kitchen about to fill the kettle when there was a knock at the door.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry to come by so early.
No, it's okay. We don't ever sleep around here. Well, almost none of us.
Oh no, he's still asleep?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I'm reading Tom right now because yes. Oh.
Tom.
Oh, and snoring loudly. At least when I came down the stairs.
It's pretty typical. Okay, and we have so much to do today. Can I go up and check? Is that okay? Okay.
Hey, it's gonna be okay.
Oh God, Henry, you'll do anybody, won't you? Yeah. It's gonna be okay. Casey's leaving. He's wandering the beach somewhere.
Challenges that everyone faces, like new beginnings.
Oh Lord. Casey's bedroom. Casey is wrapped up head to toe in his blankets, sound asleep. Casey on this one too, sorry.
Casey, okay. It's time to get up.
No.
Get up.
No. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Is that what it's going to be like once we're married?
Oh no, my friend. It's going to be much, much worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No?
Not like that? Okay.
Oh, cut to Chris and Katie. Living room. Katie carries in a tray of water and prescription pills over to Chris, who is on the couch covered in a blanket resting. Chris is recovering from heart transplant surgery.
I'm so tired of popping pills. It's been months.
I don't care. It's for your heart to make you stronger.
Well, I have an idea to make my heart a little stronger. Maybe some exercise.
Sorry, baby. You're not going to be running laps for months.
Well, that's okay. That's okay, because laps, it's not what I was thinking about.
Oh.
But the biggest challenge of all may be the day you realize it's time to take the next step in life and walk away, like today.
Tom, Margot, living room, kitchen. Casey and Allison have all their bags and start dragging them out of Tom and Margot's house while Emily and Susan watch.
How does it happen, that trick of time in which, in the blink of an eye, your babies become young adults?
You take good care of her, you hear?
Yeah, I will. I know how lucky I am.
Good.
And I promise that I will take good care of him too. I wasn't ready before, but I am now, and I just want you to know that, Margot. Wherever you are.
Wherever
Margot. I just want you to know that.
Hi, I do.
Margot, do you know that? Okay.
I do believe in you.
And Emily, my sister, I love you so much.
Oh,
You're literally the best sister. Hi, Emily.
Oh,
I miss
come
you.
here, honey. I love you, sis. I love you so much.
I love you too. Mm.
Listen to me. You be good.
I'll try.
Oh.
I will
I
try.
Okay. I love you too. I'm so proud of you. Be happy.
I will, Mom. Okay. I'm only a couple hours away. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, come on, Mom. Come here. Come here.
Son,
Don't cry. Don't cry. Get me.
I think I'm talking to myself. Son, the day you were born, you changed my life forever. I was just completely filled with pride that day. And I want you to know that I still feel the exact same way. Dad, I love you so much. And I hope I always make you so proud. You will, no doubt. Mom, I just...
Yeah, really, I got to take a break in the backyard here. You know what? I know that you haven't always felt that I've been fair to you or that I've been harder on you than I needed to be. But Casey, I just wanted you to find your own real self and knew that you could be better than you ever thought you were because you knew you could. I knew you could.
Mom, all I can say is thank you for believing in me and never giving up on me ever.
Oh, I love you. I love you so much, my boy, okay?
I love you too.
Go.
Well, you ready? Okay, I guess we'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Drive safe.
We will.
Yes.
Just a couple hours. Good.
Have fun, but be good.
We will.
Oh. Well, Mom, I guess our baby girl is gone. She's just gonna move away. Yep. Okay. What do you say? I take you to the Lakeview and we'll get a soda pop. And I'll have a martini. I'll have a little vodka and that soda pop. Sounds good. Take care, you two.
Don't get any on you.
Yes, Susan, you too.
Yeah. Well, gosh, there goes our little boy. And a chapter of our life has ended.
Well, look at it this way. Maybe it's just a brand new start for us.
Sound just like Scott Holmes.
Yeah, right. All right, Katie and Chris, living room. Katie prepares a healthy sandwich while Chris rests on the couch under several blankets. Chris is recovering from a recent heart transplant. We already know that. Okay.
I read once somewhere that a happy marriage is a long conversation that always seemed too short. Oh.
Come here.
Hold on a second. I'm in the middle of something.
No. This is important. You know, I remember before I went into surgery, there were some things that I said to you, some promises that I made.
Okay.
And I know one of those things that I said is that I wanted to marry you.
No, stop right there. Okay, hold on a second. I'm not going to hold you to anything you said that day. You were going in for a heart transplant, as we have heard so many times. And we were all just desperate to believe that everyone was going to have a future together.
I know, and now we have that future, and I want you to hold me to it. Every word I said, every promise I made.
Whoa, what are you doing?
No. It's okay. It's okay. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. Okay. We both know how unpredictable life can be, how quickly things can change, just when you think everything's perfect. And this is what I fought for. And I was to wake up to your beautiful sunny smile every morning, to fall asleep with you, curled up in my arms. Katie, I promise to love and care for you and Jacob forever, how long forever is for us.
No, what's happening?
Bad proposal joke. Will you marry me?
You knew my answer before you even asked.
Is that a yes?
Yes, yes, of course it's
Oh.
a yes. It's a big fat
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
I will
you help
marry
me
you.
up so I can kiss you like crazy.
Okay. She helps him to his feet and he sweeps her into a giant kiss and they're off. Oh, Lord. Margot and Tom's house.
I can't. I just can't. I just can't. I feel like I've been punched in the gut.
Hey, Casey will be home and you know that. For visits and holidays.
Well, that's not going to be the same.
Well, I was serious about what I said before. This just might be a new beginning for us. I mean, look, we're going to have the whole house to ourselves.
Yeah, big empty house.
No. You're looking at it the wrong way. What happened to Chris reminded me of all the promises that we made to each other when I had my heart attack.
No.
Never going to cut down on work and spend more time with each other.
I'm not ready to retire.
I didn't say anything about retiring. I'm just talking about living in the here and now.
Well, the here is empty, and all I can think about is now.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Give me your hand. We're going to find out.
Thank God.
Cut to Chris and Katie's house.
I was just thinking that maybe we should consider getting a bigger place.
You don't like it here?
Oh, I like it here. It's just getting a little full.
You don't want to live in Brad's shadow.
Well, I'm already living with Reed's heart. I thought maybe we could have something that's just our own.
Ding dong.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'll get it.
Hey, your sister needs a distraction.
Casey and Allison left for Carbondale this morning, and now I just have this big empty house and a bunch of dirty dishes. Busy?
Like I said, distraction.
I got a good one. Chris just asked me to marry him, and I said yes.
Oh my God, Katie, what?
Congratulations, little brother. I'm so happy for you.
Oh God, I want details. Tell me what, when?
Okay, I don't know. I mean, we haven't even thought or talked about it yet, but we're gonna get Chris through his recovery, and then we want I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Look for a bigger house?
And then we want a bigger house.
Yeah, your place is kind of cramped.
We want a bigger house and family.
Okay.
Oh wait! Oh man, are you're looking for bigger? I'm looking for smaller. Oh my God! Have you found your page?
I don't know. Let me just see.
You know what? Maybe I'm thinking what you're thinking exactly. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're thinking. Is that right? Yes.
Yes. Wait, hold on. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes. Okay.
You're thinking.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Tom, I'm scared.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you'd better get used to that feeling.
Yes.
Cut to Margot, Tom, house, Katie, and Chris are now in Tom and Margot's kitchen.
I have this page. So,
65.
what do you think? Can you see yourself spending the night here tonight and the next night?
Well, will you and Jacob be with me?
Of course.
Yeah, and I can see it. And I love it.
Yeah. Feels right, doesn't it? And who knows? God willing, we will be as happy here as Tom and Margot.
That is very, very possible. And I hope that you don't mind if we start working on filling up all those empty bedrooms.
Oh, how many kids are we talking about?
Too many to count.
Katie's house. Tom and Margot are now in Katie and Chris's house hanging up a portrait.
Just a little more to the left. No, I'm sorry. A little more to the right. That's fine.
You tell me, woman.
That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here's your reward. Here you go.
Thanks.
Have I ever told you how handsome and manly and brilliant you are and always have been?
Oh, yeah.
And you're right that this is just the beginning for us too.
That it is.
Yes.
You know, the good thing about not having kids around the house all the time, you know what it is?
Hmm.
We can make love in every room, in any room, anytime we want.
At our age. Okay. What are we waiting for?
Oh, they embrace as we cut to Lakeview Lounge night. It is now night. Bob and Kim are finishing dinner. Oh, Lisa moved to the table carrying a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses.
Oh, good. You're both still here.
You going to a party?
Oh, don't I wish? No, this is for us to celebrate your retirement from Memorial.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Do you have some sparkling cider for Kim?
Oh, shoot. I knew I forgot something. Let me flag down a waiter.
No, no, Lisa. This is your gift for Bob. It's perfectly all right.
Well, actually, the champagne isn't the real gift. I have something else for you. I've been holding on to it. I don't know why. For almost half a lifetime, it seems.
What is it?
Lisa produces a well-worn envelope.
A letter. I found it when I was going through some of the boxes at your mother's. It seems fitting to give it to you now that you and Kim are moving to Arizona and leaving us all behind.
Well, no matter where we are, you will never be left behind, Lisa. Your family.
Oh, Bob.
Bob removes an old letter from the envelope and scans it quickly.
I don't believe it. This is from when I was considering moving to San Francisco. Mom wasn't happy I was considering moving my practice out to California. She wanted me to stay here.
Yes. So what does the letter say?
None of your business.
Oh.
Dear Bob, I know how you feel when I try to tell you what to do with your life, but I'm going to ask you to reconsider David Stewart's offer to join Memorial Hospital here in Oakdale. Oakdale is your home. Your family is here. I know you believe that California has a lot to offer you, but consider all that you might be giving up here. Love, Mom. Well, what do you know? Mom was right.
Bob's office, Memorial Hospital. Bob is back at his office at Memorial, and he is looking at his photos, files, and papers as he puts them into his cardboard box, ready to leave his office for good.
Oh, sweetheart. You're not gonna get very far at this rate. You're supposed to be packing, not daydreaming.
No, I wasn't daydreaming.
Oh, sure. You weren't.
I was just thinking about this place and how many patients that I've taken care of here. Some of them from their first breath to their last. It really seems remarkable.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, it does.
It doesn't seem possible that I'm going to retire today.
Susan gently knocks on the door and enters as Bob packs up some family photos.
Well, it's not going to be the same around here without you.
You'll be just fine.
Oh, can't believe I'm stuck working with John Dixon again as the new acting chief of staff.
You go easy on him.
I'm not making any promises.
Kim breezes back into Bob's office.
Oh, Susan. Hi.
Hi. Well, I'll leave you two alone. Goodbye, old friend. Be well. And you take good care of him, although I know nobody can do it better than you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have fun, you two.
Thank you, Susan, so much.
Okay.
Susan exits.
Well, it's it's starting to feel real now, isn't it?
Ah, yes, it is.
I'm going to take this down to the car and then take one long last look around. He carries his desk down to the car.
Whoops, a little early.
Wait, he can't.
It's still turning.
Okay. One more thing to do. What's that for?
Well, that was a little encouragement meant to be.
I didn't realize how hard it would be to say goodbye.
Well, darling, I don't think there should be goodbyes. You know that. There should just be good night. So, my sweetheart, it is time for us to have some fun. How about that? Now, I'll meet you out in the car. You take as much time as you need, darling.
Good night.
Bob looks around his office one more time. There's a globe on his desk, and Bob gives it a final spin. He moves to the door, and he switches off the light and closes the door. The end. Fade out.
Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
Wow.
That was incredible.
Great job, you guys. Thank you so much. That was amazing. I can see people are so excited and so glad that this happened. I was too. I can't believe everyone came together like this. Absolutely thrilling. Thank you. We did a lot of good tonight, I think, as well. And I meant what I said at the top. I think folks needed some, I don't know, they needed a sense of shared community right now. And I think we just gave it to them. So thank you, each and every one of you. It meant a lot. What do we do now, Alan?
Well, we can, I know fans would love to ask some questions if I can read up here. Kathy, I know the minute your face appeared, people were screaming when they saw your face appear on screen. It was lovely to see. I mean, I haven't been able to watch everything because I've been directing, so I can't really, but I'm trying. If anybody has questions for the folks on screen right now, please submit. Oh, that was awesome. Amazing. You all look great. Missed the show so much.
Oh, I think there's a lot of crying going on, it looks like.
I cried just as much as I did the first time, I think.
Is Anne still here? She's not here. Everyone's interested in Anne's kitchen. She does have a really cool kitchen.
Yeah, did it. She did it.
Well, I certainly hope everybody had a great time. I know for me, watching it from back there, it was as if you guys were still on the air.
With a little ad-libbing.
With a little ad-libbing. Well, you know, some of you got to do that.
Can I ask Maggie and
Oh,
Austin?
Kathy.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to find it. I think your daughter said, "Great job, Mom."
Oh.
I think she was watching. I'm trying to find it
I
again.
pay her a lot to do that.
I think yeah, great job, Mom. You are always one take, Kathy.
Very true.
I'm glad I saw that comment. That's great.
I think we've got 3 folks here now, Maggie and Alex and Austin, who stepped into other people's shoes, and a lot of people loved it. They thought it was awesome, and they just want to know what it was like for you guys to do that.
Well, I'm just waiting for my residuals to come in, so
keep waiting, sister.
They will be $1.05.
5 cents from Belgium. Yeah.
Colleen, do you see that comment up on the screen?
I
Colleen?
do. So sweet. I have lighting.
No, always beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was fun playing Susan. I mean, she was quite bossy, but I'm just grateful to see everybody again, Colleen and Kathy and Dawn and everybody. So thank you.
We had Melanie as Melanie.
Yeah.
Greg Marks was going to play Tom tonight, folks, but he had to take his dog to the vet, and he apologized that he wanted to be here. Zach Rohrig was going to be Casey, and we had some technical difficulties on his end, but we tried to fill the roles with some fun surprises.
It was a lot of, I think the Austin stuff worked out great because of the Brad lines. I just thought that was hilarious.
Here's Ann and her kitchen.
Sorry,
They wanted to hear about
I
your
have a little
kitchen, Ann.
technical issues. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Nice to see you all. You're so awesome. Cheers to everyone.
Yeah.
I hope you're all well.
You too.
Thank you.
Is this going to be available for people to watch afterwards?
They can continue to donate. Fans can continue to donate.
But if you already have this link, it's yours. You can watch it again.
Oh, it's
anytime you
on
want.
here. It's recorded. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Terry.
Yes, it
Hi,
is.
Anne, my little confection.
I'm going to just ask.
Confection.
I'm going to ask. I know that Trent had sent me some questions earlier. Did some fans were asking what you did after the last day of shooting when you left the studio? Did people go out? Was it, they were asking if you can sort of talk about the last day or your specific last day, because I know everybody's last day was different. Don and Kathy?
They had some cheap champagne on the set.
And remember them trying to get that world to turn perfectly?
Yeah.
It took like an hour.
It was like a globe or something?
Yeah.
A little tiny globe.
Oh, yeah, in the office.
Yeah, and it never worked right. But then again, it
never does.
It was a very sad moment, for us.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, we all cried like babies, and then we had a cast party with the cast and the crew over at the Snyder Kitchen, and it was really, really, really sad. Really sad.
it was.
Wait, how many years, Colleen and Kathy and Dawn, how many years were you on the show?
I'll go first. I was the baby. 32 for me.
32, right?
30 for me.
50.
Wow.
Almost as long as Helen Wagner, right?
Yeah.
And Eileen.
She left the show for a while and then came back. But
right.
We had the first line and then I had the last.
Oh.
The first line was home. That's why "Good Night" was the last line in that episode.
Because "Good Morning, Dear" was the first, right?
Absolutely. Glenn Maggie just said, I was 14 and the first storyline I remember was with Shannon. I think it was at the McKechnie's Castle. I think that was with Brian Bloom. Great to see you all again, and thank you for doing this.
You too. Now, who's that? Who said that?
Glenn Goldberg, a fan.
Oh, okay. Hi.
fan. Hey, Adim and Alex, some fans were asking what both of you are up to. So if Alex, you want to go first, and then Adim.
What am I up to? Nothing right now because it's COVID, but I'm directing. I'm directing a lot more. I just directed a pilot that we are about to take out in January, and that's kind of my main focus right now, is directing and producing.
That's awesome.
You're so grown up. I can't deal with
it. She really is.
It was very weird because I was so used to, I was 19 when I did the show. So to even read Lily as an adult, it felt weird to read as an adult.
And you, Adim?
I got I'm going to be on a new TV show called The New Norm. Whenever this all starts. So I'm excited for that.
That's a book, isn't it?
Say it again?
Isn't that a book? The New Norm?
Is it a book, he said?
Oh, is it a book?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm going to investigate that. For sure. And also, my drawings and paintings, I do that all the time.
And you're raising two children.
Raising two children, and I'm secretly a real estate broker. I just don't talk about it too much. So I'm constantly busy with that. So I'm just constantly just doing something, and sent the whole family out because I had this with you guys. So it's all peace and quiet here.
So nice to see
Enjoy
you.
it while it lasts.
Yeah. So staying busy all the time.
And a fan was asking that you were so young when you joined the cast of As the World Turns, and everyone loves Mitzi. Now, as a veteran and coming in to play the role of Lisa, a role made famous by our wonderful Eileen Fulton, was there any pressure on today for you?
No pressure at all. I'm just standing in for an icon. No, it was an honor. Eileen is someone who is just wonderful and lovely and a veteran and
hilarious.
Yes, hilarious, and such a lady. And I just I hope that I did you proud, Eileen, because it's unfillable shoes. And I really wasn't that young when I started on As the World Turns, but I'm glad that you thought so.
She had a good sense of humor, has a good sense of humor. I remember somebody saying to her, that accent of yours, where are you from? She said, Maine.
Oh, that's great.
Speaking of senses of humor, I think we all can attest in this room right now that you, Don Hastings,
Don't blame me.
Alex, one of your fans said loved Alex in The Lion Game. I can attest, she was phenomenal. Played twins. Actually, you played twins like Lily.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I wish we had recorded. I mean, if there was any way to record what we call the blocking rehearsals and get especially Don.
Oh.
I don't
my
know.
God.
I've never laughed so hard in my life, Don. And
I know.
I couldn't. I mean, you really messed up the show for us because it was so funny. And then we had to get back and I don't know. I had to, someone had to go cry about a lost child or something, and you're sitting there just, I don't know what it was. You were amazing at keeping us laughing. So
It wasn't me. It was Larry Bryggman. I was.
He started it.
Trent, should I roll I have a short blooper reel. Should I?
I don't know which one you got, but go ahead.
Yeah, I've got one because Alex and Terry are in it. So get ready,
right.
girls.
Okay.
Got him. We're all set. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Maddie.
So I parked. Right. We should be concentrating on JJ right now.
I mean, the kid could use some good news. Frankly, I don't know how he does it day to day.
Kids are tough. They're resilient. Look at Parker.
Well, how many kids have to deal with their mom getting murdered and then their father dying on the way to prison?
I know, right?
You're gonna make me say it again.
Okay.
Hi. Have you heard anything about my mom?
No, not yet. I'm looking for Lucinda and Holden. Do you know where they are?
Yeah, my dad's down at the chapel, and Grandma's checking on Faith and Natalie.
Listen, don't worry about you.
You have a fly crawling on your neck.
And he's always dead. You didn't hurt him, did you?
No.
I'll see you later, Igor.
Oh my word.
Did you hurt yourselves, Terry and Alex?
I totally remember that one. That was a long time ago. You look like you're 12.
How do you?
I think some other actors are going to try and get in, so I'm going to have to kick some off.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, we've been on for a while.
Yeah, I'll get
Thank
up.
you so much. This was amazing. I love you all.
Bye. Peace.
Bye.
Everybody be healthy and well.
Yes.
Sending love.
Wear your mask. Vote.
Whoever's leaving, thank you. I don't know who he's in control of it.
Kathy, you can. Yeah, stay around. We have a few folks coming in.
Okay.
Those bloopers were funny. Don, that was so funny. The fly. It was like, I was not political, but it was like the vice presidential debate.
I wish it had been on my head. Yeah.
So funny. So funny. This was really fun. I still can't get over it. And I love that your daughter was watching, Kathy. So great.
Oh,
Where did she live?
she lives in New Hampshire.
Oh, nice. Here's Mark Collier, everybody.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Did you have fun, Mark? Thanks for doing it.
I appreciate y'all having me. It was great. I just to be in front of Michael Park laughing again was worth the price of admission.
Tom Wiggin, everybody.
Wow. With the veteran crew here. What an honor to see you guys again. So awesome.
Good to see you too, Tom.
Wow.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, Tom
Well,
and
this
Don,
is-
thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for including me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I always wondered what it was like to play Craig, so that was good.
No, I
Good,
would have
good
run away.
opportunity. We weren't that different actually, so
No,
it wasn't
not
much
at
of a
all.
stretch, so but really great to see everybody, just a real thrill, So a really good idea, Trent.
Yeah.
So thanks,
thanks,
and Alan, and thanks for pulling this together.
Yeah, I
Now-
think I was keeping Tom and Yvonne kind of secret because I knew the fans would love it, and they went kind of crazy when they saw you two on there. So it was
they
really
did?
fantastic. Yeah.
I heard those scenes never aired. Those are the original scenes.
Yeah, they were
from the
written
last
when you
show.
were
They
out.
never aired.
Yeah, they filmed them, and then I think they filmed like every possible storyline they could, and then they had to cut for time because there was a lot of other stuff that we couldn't fit in here or that got lost. This good stuff.
Well, it was very flattering to be asked to come back. But I see Alex a lot because I drive through Long Lake, and so it was kind of fun.
You're a mountain
How
girl.
are you? I'm in. Hold on.
Hey,
Hold on a second.
there he is.
Michael Park,
Park.
my daughter is such a huge fan of yours. I can't believe when we saw Dear Evan Hansen, she was like too embarrassed to wait for your autograph. Although she
Oh,
was
that's
happy
very,
to send
very
the flat in the
sweet.
lobby. Yeah, she's a huge fan. So I'm bragging about you.
That was a very special show.
Yeah.
Tell her I'm sorry we didn't get to meet.
You were wonderful in it too. You really
Thank you. Well, I'm directable sometimes.
Yeah,
Right, Tom?
the picture of the Zoom so she sees it.
Once he left As the World Turns, he became directable.
I'm just glad you showed a blooper of me where I got the words right. There's so many other choices.
Oh, wait, I have another one. So let's.
No, no need.
Play that one.
Hey, everybody, look into the camera. I'm going to take a picture while we're at it. Everybody, I'll tell you. I'll count you down. Ready? Everybody, smile. 1, 2, 3. Don, one of our fans, Carol, said, "I remember meeting you at the Soap Opera Digest Awards. I told you that I had been watching World Turns for 50 years, and you said just about as long as you've been watching." Lots of nice comments. Hi, Mark. We have the same last name. Brenda says hi, Mark.
Oh, hello. Maybe we're
And Tom
related.
Wiggin. Oh, and Tom Wiggin. Sorry, Tom Wiggin. You just got a big Tom, big capital letters. Tom.
Good, it worked.
I think that was excited. I think you were
good.
excited.
All right. Yeah. I'm alive. I'm well. No COVID. So that's all good.
Keep it that way.
Kathy,
Yeah.
I got a little dog 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And in racking my brain as to what to call her, something that meant something to me, I went, I know what I'll call her.
My video.
I'll call her Boo. Because that's what you always called Barbara, whether you were happy with what she did, very unhappy, you'd go, oh, Boo.
Boo.
So she's my Boo.
That's awesome. Tom, somebody was asking, whatever happened to Kirk and Samantha?
You know, that was rather odd. We just kind of, we kind of disappeared. If anybody wants to like figure out how to actually enter a witness protection program, we can help with that, because man, we just like we were gone. One day we were standing on a some kind of a wharf, and the next thing we know, Stenbeck has taken us away, and then that was it. We lived happily ever after, and didn't have to do anything. So it was. I think we're still together somewhere, but I don't know.
That was weird. You and Brooke were so good together. You had such great chemistry.
That was that was fun. I just thought it was so amazingly, wonderfully absurd the way they brought me back from like swimming from Salerno or something like that, because they wrote me off and then they decided to bring me back, and then like, well, he fell off a boat and then he swam to like Sicily or something, and then he came back, and I show up with my hair a little wet and a little beard, and it's like, let's go. Nothing, happens every other show, right? So
Hey, I fell into a coma gambling in Monte Carlo and came back with a whole new face.
good times. Good times.
Totally true. Hey, Mark, somebody was asking what you've been up to since the Sandbox.
I worked on a couple of things. We did. There was a Station 19 that actually aired a little bit earlier this year, and I worked on Mindy Callen's show Never Have I Ever for
They
a
just
few
started
episodes.
production on season 2.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And then we've had COVID. So outside of that, those are the last two things probably.
Time for my injection. I got to go now.
Don Hastings, Kathy Hayes.
Bye, Don.
Bye, Don.
Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Was
much.
it something I said?
And love to Marnie, okay?
What?
Bye-bye.
Love you,
Yeah.
Tom. Love to Leslie.
How do I get out of this?
How do I get out of this?
Good night.
He was asking that a lot of days, and I was there. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Kath.
Oh, Kathy, anyway. Oh,
Wow. That's
So,
something.
Michael, I wanted to ask, I don't think you remember this, but when I came back, one of my last scenes as Rosanna was a whole bunch of scenes with Jack in a bar where and then they cut them and they never aired. And then it stuck with
Alex can find them somewhere.
you. Yeah. I think that's funny.
We must have been long, right, Alex?
Definitely long and on the verge of a recast, I think.
Well, I'm surprised we didn't get married. I think I married like 8, 9, 10 people on that show.
That is so funny. Somebody asked early actually before we were on the air, they were asking who was the best villain.
James Stenbeck.
James Stenbeck. I mean, hands down, it's got to be James Stenbeck. But there have been Michael, they had mentioned Annie in that as well, Annie Parise, but it really is James Stenbeck.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Barbara was kind of like riding the wave there. She was riding a nice villainous wave.
She was, for sure. And then she met a young man named Henry Coleman.
I know. I thought they were going to put Barbara and I together as a sort of villainous team, and instead we fell in love and just made love around the clock. I don't know anybody that made love as much as Barbara and Henry.
That was great.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, Allison.
Love it.
I love your talk.
I'm
I love your talk. I'm a breast cancer survivor too. So.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. It's always inspiring to me that
Yeah,
I survived.
Romanna used to have really big boobs, but these are fake now.
You know what? Gold. That's gold.
They're gone. These are 4.0 right here. 4.0.
Wow. Love to you, Marnie.
Something. You get to leave with something.
Marnie, I don't know if you heard Don, but he
Oh
said, Marnie, Don sent love before he signed off. Don Hastings.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta message that guy. I love our Dr. Bob.
Who doesn't love Dr. Bob? When you hear Dr. Bob,
Oh my goodness.
smile on your face. And I
Oh
say
my God, yeah.
doctor, but to the fans as well. When you hear Dr. Bob, it literally puts a smile on your face.
Oh yeah.
I'll never forget meeting Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie came to the show.
He was a huge fan.
A huge fan, right? And he would come to the studio, and there I walk out, and he's standing with Don, and of course he's calling everybody by their character names. I mean, that's who we were. And he's like, "Kirk, what's up?" You know, I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Dizzy Gillespie." You know, and he's talking to Don though as if he's Dr. Bob, like, you know, when's your next patient? And it was hysterical. But I just loved it. Fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
I know people would write me asking if I could help find their kids. You know? I do remember that.
Did you help anybody?
I would have been a terrible cop. Even worse than that. Let's be honest.
You're like, let me get back to you on that one.
Yeesh.
Yeah, no one ever asked me for life advice.
They should have.
No one ever asked my character, like, give me some dating advice or some sort of like healthy life choices. They're like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? I honestly couldn't remember if like I was still married or not to Casey. I don't think we actually were married when the show ended. I think I almost married him, and then Tom Pelfrey showed up and ruined it or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Sorry, Julian, Melanie, I didn't see you there.
Yay!
Melanie, how are you? So good to see you.
I don't think we actually were married.
No, I wanted to talk to you before we did that.
I almost married him, and then Tom Pelfrey showed up and ruined it.
Wait, everybody's talking over each other.
Sorry, Julian, Melanie, I didn't see you there.
I think it's Alan. I think it's Alan.
No, it's not Alan.
Oh, Colleen, are you talking? There's some feedback. Are you getting a lot of noise, you guys?
Yes. Someone's still on Zoom, maybe. There, that.
It was Melanie.
It was Melanie.
Oh no!
That's what it usually sounds like in my head, though. So I was pretty used to it. It's not a big deal. Like, yeah, the committee's working. Okay.
Yeah, Melanie, you have something going on.
No.
That's normal.
Melanie, you're a mess. It's a hot mess at Melanie's house.
Hi, Colleen. I wanted to say hello to you.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi, darling.
How's it going up there?
Everything's good. Thank you. Everything's good.
Good.
Are you still in Albany?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I teach at the university here, and that's why I have a backdrop, because I teach here a lot.
Well,
Are you in person? Are you doing in-person teaching?
I was at the beginning of the term when we were doing some stuff that I needed to be in person, but now I'm all zoomed up. And one of the classes is about acting on camera, so we all have to learn how to light ourselves and have a background and do all that kind of stuff. Because
that's cool. Yeah.
It's fun. They're good.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Colleen, someone's very insistent and wants to know, do you still have the wedding dress?
You know what? I stupidly left it behind. I wish I had it.
Wait, which wedding dress?
The last one to Henry.
Oh.
That's the one you left? Come on.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? It wasn't really my taste, but I still wish I had it.
People are watching.
It was a little too trashy.
It wasn't Tony Leslie James then.
Did you keep other wedding dresses of yours?
Only the real life ones.
Okay. All right.
Tony Leslie
married
James
once or twice
designed
as
a dress
mother.
for me. It's great.
I fixed my tech problem, you guys.
Thank you.
Very good.
Michael, a fan was asking.
Carly's clothes, though. I have a lot of.
Did you and Carly have a boy or a girl?
I did. We had triplets. Turns out, 2 girls and a boy. You don't want to know their names.
Laura West could do it.
She could, no doubt.
Yeah.
Anne Marie says hi, Julie.
Hi, Anne Marie. Hi, Anne Marie. From my new McQueen.
Oh my goodness.
He's 10 weeks old. He's a Yorkie. And
my
love.
Cute.
He's my stand-in Lorenzo.
Yeah, he was a beautiful Lorenzo.
Probably better than the real one.
Colleen, I wish you could have slapped me tonight.
I know. Well, I got into it at the end.
I'm glad you brought that up, because there were a lot of babies in the last episode, and we were trying to figure out what to do with them. Like, because some of them are, grown up now or teenagers or whatever. And do we reach out to them and say, do you want to come on and be, held in someone's arms for a little while?
I
Because we
still
didn't have
keep
any
in touch
words.
with Mick. Mick and I golf together regularly. So yeah.
How is Mick?
Mick is fantastic. He's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Graduated from Brown. He's not bright.
Yes.
Good golfer.
Good.
Yeah.
Kid. Really good kid.
Yeah. Great kid.
Your child's at Notre Dame, right?
I got one at Notre Dame and one in college in New Hampshire. Yep.
I know.
Smart kids.
Smart kids.
I like how you went to Notre Dame, though. I like the Notre Dame.
The locals call it Notre Dame.
Dialects.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, she's the Michael Park fan. I just texted her and said, I told him you like. She's like, oh.
Oh, it's so sweet, so sweet. Do they have a theater? They have a theater department at Notre Dame?
I'm sure, but not especially. It's not the thing they're known for there.
Well, maybe they should.
Yeah, man.
Maybe they
Wow,
should.
baby. I mean, of course, they have great facilities there because Notre Dame, but yeah.
Notre Dame.
Notre
Notre.
Dame is in France.
Notre
Dame is
Dame.
in Indiana.
I don't know a few of you. So I don't know you, Michael.
Hi.
I'm Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
I'm the old Emily. And
we've met.
Have we? Oh, we've met, Martha.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, it's a while ago. Please. I mean, the show has been done. I mean, the show's been over for 10 years, Melanie.
And now Julie, is that Julie?
Yeah.
Julie Pinson.
I was there last 3 years of the show.
Okay.
I missed you, Julie, but you were lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
We got married, didn't we, Julie? Did we get married?
I did. I saw a scene where you were married. I was doing.
We did.
There we go.
We got married and then we got divorced.
Yep.
Michael, you don't even know how many people you married?
Like 2 weeks
8.
later.
How many?
8? No,
I don't know. 6. Every time Maura West went on maternity leave, I got married.
Married somebody else.
Somebody else.
That was a lot.
That's
That was a lot.
I think it was at least
my,
5.
My name is Barbara Ryan Stenbeck St. Clair Munson Dixon Munson Montgomery Coleman.
Oh my God.
You
Well
and Susan
done.
Wow.
Wait, Colleen, did you have more names than Lisa?
Wow.
You got married to Hal 3
Did you
times.
have, Colleen, did you have
Yeah.
more names than Lisa?
Pardon?
Did you have more last names than Lisa?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my
Michael,
God.
since you brought up, you brought up Hal? Why don't you bring Sheriff Von Benjamin's story?
Oh, God, so many. I just remember we were again golf. We were playing golf at Beth Page, and he was cleaning out his golf bag. And first of all, he had to get it out of. He had an X5. He was like one of the first people to get an X5, BMW X5, and he takes it out of his BMW, and the thing looked like it had like you had lunch on it. You know what I mean? It had like stain. It was just a mess. And I remember him like kind of it fell out of the truck, and out fell like wrappers, like old wrappers and food. And I remember him, you know what? I got to clean this up. And he takes out the clubs and he dumps it. And like Pop-Tarts fell out. There was like granola bars in there and stuff. I'm like, dude, what is happening right now? But he just made a joke of everything, and he was just so much fun to be around. And I remember being on the roof at CBS and trying to hit golf balls into the river from the roof at CBS.
Oh my God.
And that's not close for people.
No, it wasn't close.
That's not close at all.
No. We probably were responsible for bad things happening on the West Side Highway, but it was fun. It was fun. Those are the days when you could smoke in the dressing rooms, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot more.
Yeah. It was just so much. I mean, he was just a funny, fun guy to be around, and Eeyore at the same time, and just yeah, wonderful guy. Miss him. I think about him all the time.
You talk about Ben Hendrickson.
Yeah.
I loved Ben.
Sweet guy.
Ben was the most. He was amazing. I mean, I've never seen anybody. 60 pages of dialogue. Was on a mission to never study them the night before. Never. So we're doing. So I had a scene with him and Samantha, and it is I have a monologue for 4 pages, and everybody else is going, yeah, oh, I know, yeah, and I'm just keep going. So it's technically not a monologue, but I'm saying everything. And at the very end of it, I'm finally getting through it, and he has to say, so what happens now? And he screws up the line, and I'm like, bro, come on, you went to Juilliard. How do you mess that up? He was like, I'm so sorry. But he would take the most complex dialogue, look at it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom, and hit it. And we're like, how do you do that? I'm the night before, hair falling out, trying to learn this stuff. No, he wouldn't do it. I love that guy.
Hysterical together.
Oh my God, they were hysterical.
The two of them together it was like nobody else.
It was Abbott and Costello. It really was.
Just be in the room.
Does anybody remember when they used to? Maybe I'm telling tales out of school, but they used to spray Ben's head.
Ben put color on his head.
I
remember one day by the elevator, Larry Bryggman was talking to a girl, and I yelled to him, I'm like, hey, Larry, maybe they should spray your head before they start recording. He got so mad at me.
I was getting a surprise party together for him for his, I think it was 50th birthday, and I was trying to be as secret as I could. And it was at Carmine's on Upper West Side, and I was trying to be as secret as I could about everything. And I got everybody together, and we got there, and Ben shows up, and I said, so? Come on, were you surprised? And he pulls his detective badge out of his pocket. I went, really? He goes, Mike, I knew the whole time.
Oh,
funny.
Too much.
Great guy.
Too much.
One of a kind, for sure.
One memory.
Big loss. Big loss.
My first day in rehearsal, Melanie was there, Colleen was there, and Kathleen Widows was there. And if that wasn't enough of intimidation right there, I was like, oh, this is going to be rough. Then Kathleen Widows comes over and says, come over. And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, and I went, oh, okay. She goes, yeah. And then I think Melanie said she does that to every new guy on the show. Every new guy, you know, nobody was impressed. I was like, okay, this is going to be different here.
Oh, good Lord.
This is not another world. Okay, you know. Wow.
Do you remember who directed your first day?
Wow.
I don't. I think, you know, speaking of intimidation, I believe it was Paul Lammers.
That's who mine was.
Paul Lammers. Did they give Paul Lammers to every new kid?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, but all I know is that counterclockwise turn that he had you make that was completely not intuitive. If you were standing there, I couldn't just do that. I had to do this. Hello, how are you? You know, and he'd yell at you. No, what are you doing looking right at her like that? I need, God.
He loved doing sex scenes, though, Paul Lammers. He was always making me take my clothes off with my whatever guy I was. I always had him on my sex scene days. Paul. He was the best.
Yeah.
Tom and Colleen, do you remember Ray makeup?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Remember when he'd say, "Are you comfortable?" Are you comfortable? And then he'd pat you down with sea breeze and do your makeup all over again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I felt some days I felt like Queen Elizabeth. You know, it's like, can we go a little lighter? I mean, I'm only 33. You know, I think maybe we don't have to go quite that deep. You know, but no.
He'd do my makeup, then he'd wipe me down with sea breeze, then he'd do it again, and I go, what just happened?
Sea breeze, right?
Can everybody share their favorite storyline?
Ooh.
Colleen?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I've got a couple of them. You know, I loved what happened after Barbara sent the 3 women off to the spa. I did. I loved what they did with me, and you know, the horrible burn makeup that I lived in for a year. That wasn't that fun, but I loved how they sent Barbara into the depths of evil, which she'd been bad before, but she'd never really been evil, and that was a challenge. It was a real challenge. And then, contrary to that, you know. My life with Henry, with Trent. I loved it so much. I just loved that storyline. And the fact that they put us together at the end of the show was a gift to me. It was a gift. And I just gone through a divorce in real life. And the fact that I was able to have a joyous end to the show, it meant a lot. And the writers, you know, all of them said, "Why didn't we put you guys together years ago? You're magic," and we were. And anyway, those are the 2 I can think of. 32 years old. It's a lot
to think of. And do you have a favorite Benjamin memory?
I think when he came back from the dead. And I felt that he had died. And I was actually at Tom and Margot's house when he showed up. And it was devastating because he'd been dead for a while, like 6 months. And that was a tough one. You know, Ben and I, we had a lot of fun together, but he was very serious with me, very serious about the work. And I mean, we had fun, but it was a different kind of relationship than he had with Michael, you know, or with Ellen Dylan. It was different, and I respected him I really respected him. And he went through a lot. And he shared a lot with me. And I know Michael knows all about that. He went through a lot.
Melanie, do you have a favorite from your time there?
I plug your ears. I honestly think my favorite storyline, because I got to really act, it was really a challenging storyline, was the whole murdering James. I don't remember which time he was murdered at that point. But I think I shot him when I first came on the show. But the whole storyline with Paul and murdering James and all the high drama with Colleen, it was a lot of fun. That whole, and of course, I loved working with Scotty Bryce. Scotty and I had so much fun together. But I think that whole storyline where also I really saw Andy grow up in that storyline as an actor and show up like in a whole different way. And I think that was my favorite. What I did like about the Emily Holden Lily storyline was it was literally ripped from Wuthering Heights. And right, that's what Douglas used to do. And so he'd be yelling Lily from the condo, like most husbands. And so that was a lot of fun. But I think and I loved working with Maria, obviously. Maria and I were like two peas in a pod. But the storyline with Andy and with Colleen and with Anthony, that was really fun.
I remember that time we got married. Remember that time?
So that was great. It was. I can't remember all my storylines because it was so long ago, but I think that really stands out. And of course, Anthony was hysterical to work with.
Yeah,
he was just one of a kind.
Yes.
That's for sure.
And that's somebody who has struggled with lines.
Oh my God.
And the jumping.
Yeah. The jumping.
Before every scene.
Yes.
Well, he wasn't the only one with a pre-tape ritual. I remember Dusty McCooch had one too.
Grayson
had one too.
Yes.
That's funny.
Hey, everybody has their own process, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Tom, do you have a favorite story?
I think my favorite storyline was I think it was when I moved from Iva to Ellie, and we wound up getting married, and it was just a really crazy relationship. I loved working with Renee Props. She was just a delightful and sort of a really. She was a really stealth great actress.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, she didn't make it look like acting, but she could really deliver the goods when she had to, and she had a great sense of humor, and I like that. But I have to say, when I came on the show, when we're talking about these other storylines, one of the first storylines that was happening, that was one of my favorite storylines that I wasn't in, was, and I barely remember this, but it was remember the Dr. Bob babysitter stalker story?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? I mean, and Don Hastings, fun guy, sort of delivers it, but he was acting his ass off in that arc. It was like a 6-month arc. Doug Marlin wrote the crap out of it, and it was really good. And I just sort of sat by, and it included everybody, most people in town, all of the veterans. It affected everybody. So I got to sit back and watch everybody really work. And when I showed up, a third of the cast were Broadway veterans. All right, young people, old people, a lot of us had been on Broadway, and so watching this ensemble work, I was like, whoa, this is deep. And so it was fun watching all, it was fun watching the young kids. It was fun watching, Martha, Melanie, Andy, Scotty DeFreitas, all of those people really had major storylines. So it was fun. I mean, I had a fun time also. And of course I went to the producers. They gave me some kids, and they gave me, when this Ellie thing sort of happened, I had a son and a daughter, and I was kind of a deadbeat dad. So I was trying to make it up to him. Well, it turned out the son was this really good actor. And I went to the producer. I said, you got to sign this kid to a contract immediately. And they were like, no, we don't know if we want to do it. And I said, okay, fine. 3 years later, he's doing Dawson's Creek. It was James Vanderbeek, and it was like, I mean, he was so much fun to work with. You could tell right there, this kid was going places. So, but I think working that whole Ellie romance was one of the really fun things. I'm living on a yacht, I'm doing stuff with Lucinda. It's just
yacht. I forgot.
Yeah, I had the yacht. We get married on the yacht, then the marriage is annulled because technically we're offshore, and the guy who married us is not allowed to do it offshore. I mean, it was beautiful, the beautiful soap opera absurdity, that we somehow made work, But that was a fun one.
And
going back to
asking. Oh, sorry, Colleen. What did you say?
Bob and Kim's babysitter story.
Yes, right.
So the tail end of it was when she broke into their house.
Right.
And it was during Hal and Barbara's first wedding, where everybody in town was there.
Right. Yeah.
So nobody knew that this crazy woman broke into Kim and Bob's. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it really was good.
Marlon.
It was really good.
Marlon.
Yeah, Doug Marlon. And fans were asking, they loved seeing your Smeg toaster in the background.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, really? Would you like to see it more closely? I can oblige. Prepared. It's incredibly sexy.
What are some of your favorite Oakdale memories?
Well, I was thinking that. I was like, oh my God, I hope they don't ask me, because I didn't have any of my own storylines or anything, but
your favorite memories of the show?
I was a facilitator. I mean, my favorite memories of the show are getting to work with Martha Byrne all the time, and to learn from a pro like that. And she sort of made me have to think on my feet a lot. She was always prepared and had twice as much to do. So
you worked with her twice a day, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I worked with two of her.
Yeah, two of her.
And of course, anytime I got to work with Liz Hubbard, Hunt Block, Michael Park, Maura West, those were thrilling days for me.
Mark, how about you?
Toaster.
I know, toaster.
As far some of the great things, one, I got to work with some really great people when I was there, because I primarily worked with Terry. And we had a lot of scenes with Trent and Michael Park and Maura, and Trent is hopefully I'm not going to embarrass him here, but he's one of those true actors that can do comedy and drama both extraordinarily well, and you don't find that in an actor, and that was always fun to work with Trent because of that. And there was actually a storyline where Mike and Mike was with Katie, I was with Katie, Jack and Carly were together, and I had hooked up with Carly. And so we didn't know whose baby it was, that storyline. And so that went on for a really long time, and it was really fun because we got to do a lot of great stuff, and everyone knows In Between Takes Michael Park is a comedy show. So that was fun, but we had one of the last final scenes of that was, we know now that it's Jack's baby. And so Katie and I go over there, and they hand this little baby, which
you do know, Mark, that it better have been Jack's baby, because the fans probably would have killed you.
Yes, you're probably right. Yes. So And so they hand this little baby to me, and I swear it was one of those moments as an actor where something happens in the scene you just never would have expected. This little baby, I'm holding it, reaches up and puts his hand like right on my face and just held my face for a second. And I looked over at Terry, and she's just, I mean, she just busted out crying, and Michael Parks getting all choked up and the whole thing. And it was just a really cool kind of end to a great story. So that was probably the one that stuck out.
I remember that moment.
Great.
Yeah.
Great story. Yvonne?
Well, when I was on the show, Rosanna was young. It was all young love angst. That was like, I had 3 different guys in my 5 years there, and it was always angst-filled young love stories. So they were all fun. I didn't get to work with you, Mark, as Mike, but that Stuff and Muscle show was certainly fun. But when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, what are some of my memories? I mean, Maura West started playing.
I'll put you together.
What's that? Yeah.
I just moved you closer together.
I really remember the days that Maura first started, because all of Maura West's first scenes were with me, and they were so hard for me because I couldn't know that Carly was so bad. I mean, Maura, they'd have her literally smoking cigarettes. Rosanna and Carly would have a scene, and Rosanna would be like, "I love you, you're my sister," and then I'd walk out, and the Carly music would play, and and she'd just whip out a cigarette, and she'd be like, "Fucking Rosanna."
She's so badass.
I'd walk off the set, and I'd turn around, and I'd watch her do this, and I'd just be like, "This sucks. I'm such an idiot." She was just so good right from the beginning at that. So I felt like I was playing a lot of catch up once Maura started on the show, and I think back and I go, God, if I had to do that over again.
Do they play music on the floor during the scenes when you were there?
No, but you know what? I watched every single episode that I was in because I didn't know what I was doing, and that's how I learned how to be better. So I would go home, and it would air 2 weeks later, and then I'd be like, and it went on. I don't know if you remember, Colleen, but I mean, the Rosanna being an idiot while Carly was a year.
When I started the show,
and yeah,
they would play the music
live, right?
Live while you're taping.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is like whole
even
thing.
harder.
Well, it must make you feel like emote even more, though, right?
Well, it's a little bit of like silent growth.
Yeah.
Right.
But I remember when Rosanna was supposed to marry Mike, and then Maura, that was the day that Rosanna finally wised up that Carly had been sneaking around, that she told me that she slept with Mike right before I was about to walk down the aisle. And do you remember Jake? He was the fight choreographer at the time.
Yeah. Jake.
Choreographed this. Me and Maura had this huge brawl in the parking lot outside the church where we just practiced this thing, and I'm in a wedding dress that Tony Leslie James designed for me. It was so gorgeous. Maura's pregnant for her first child in real life. Yeah, and so she was in this pink bridesmaid's gown, and we had this fight, and it was so much fun. I was like, this makes it all worth it.
Well, the fans said watching the two of you was so great. The fans were saying.
Oh, okay.
And Michael, I know you shared this, I think, on my show, because some fans had asked. You and Maura have a compass. Did she?
Yeah, we have a compass. Yeah.
Yeah, she gave you a compass, right?
She gave me a compass when I left the show. Yeah, the compass, or what? She kept the compass, but she gave me the number 2.
Number 2. And what are some of your favorite memories?
Whatever fucking story they were paying me to do. I swear to God, I'd go back and do it again. No, I think I never got a chance to do Amnesia since. So the Amnesia story was kind of fun. The Teague's Cabin thing, which solidified our relationship, Carly and Jack's relationship, I think was will be one of my favorite storylines. That really solidified Jack in Oakdale. Without that story, without that story going well, Jack would have been gone after. I would have been gone after my first contract. I'm almost sure of it. Yeah. But no, I really enjoyed every storyline I was in. Come on, working with the people that I worked with. There wasn't a day where I went, oh, okay, I'm going to hate this. I'm not going to have a good time today. You know, it was just fun. And I was so grateful and I was so fortunate to have had those 13 years on As the World Turns. And would I do it again? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we had a great crew.
Oh,
Yeah.
Laughing with you know, I saw Dave Hirsch in there, and and Tommy and all those guys. It was just so much, and Chris. It was just so much fun all the time. And I saw Nancy, our stage managers were the
Jennifer Blood. I still see her once in a while.
Oh yeah, it was the best.
I never had a bad day going to work. Never. Yeah.
I had a bad day once. I did something. Remember Charlene?
I love Charlene, even though she's tough.
And her name had to be pronounced Charlene, even though it was Charlene.
Oh yeah, and the makeup.
Yeah, no, she was a stage manager. She was a stage, and she was kind of a hard ass, you know, but she was really misunderstood, and people kind of weren't very nice to her. And one day, we were getting pressured to do a scene under the gun, and we weren't getting clear direction from the booth, and I kind of thought it was Charlene's fault, but I did something that nobody could believe I did. I lost my shit in front of everybody. I mean, I acted like, you know, Pavarotti having a bad day. I mean, I went off, right? And everybody just sort of stopped. I'd never done anything like that and on set, right? So I went home. I talked to some people about it. And I said, you know, I really feel bad about this. It's not. And they said, well, you got to apologize. I said, what do you mean I got to apologize? He goes, you got to apologize to everybody the next time you go to the studio. So I went to the next day, I went out, and in front of everybody before my scene, I said, hey guys, folks, I was out of line yesterday. I'm sorry for the outburst. It won't happen again. Charlene wasn't there. But then after I'd done that, I saw her walking in, and I was like, do I really have to do this? I said, Charlene, look, I'm really sorry. I was really out of line yelling at you the way I did. She looked at me, and I thought, oh, shit. She opened her arms, and she walked up and gave me a hug. Didn't say a word. That's it. And it was like, nobody had ever seen that side of her. I mean, you know, on the floor, right? And she just gave me a big hug, and it made me feel so good. And it was like, all right, so we can all move on.
She was like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, right. She was big. I mean, she was tall, but it was just funny how, you know, so that was a bad day, but I made it okay. And it made me feel good. And, you know, people were cool with it. So,
you know, Tom, when I did the storyline where James tried to rape me and beat me and he was choking me, and there was somebody in that scene, and I can't remember, there was like a detective or something. And we were trying to run it as one long piece, and the detective kept forgetting his line. And one line. And I
wasn't on the show yet.
And I had to keep choked, right? Choked. Yeah. And then finally I lost it, and I started to cry. And I left the stage, and I was out in the hallway, and I was in a robe, and I was wet, and I was crying, and I'm sitting down there, and I'm like, I didn't even really know what was happening. I was so exhausted. And Charlene came out, and she's like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I said, I know this isn't good to say as an actress, but I hate exposing myself. She sat down on the floor with me, and she just like cuddled up and calmed me down. And when I left the show, she brought me this book and wrote this beautiful poem in it. And it was The Little Engine That Could.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, really nice. Really sweet. Really sweet.
Yeah. And Trent, thank you for putting this together, but you have to share your favorite stories.
Oh, well, thank you all for being here. I think we'll probably wrap it up with this. This has been so much fun. I know the fans have loved this. I've loved it. You've done a lot of great. We raised.
They have.
Yeah, we've raised some great some money to pay people and to pay their pension and health. It's been one of the toughest things. So many actors and stage managers and directors that their health insurance is locked up into how many weeks they work, and no one's working unless they're on General Hospital, which is still going. God bless them. So thank you all for doing this. I have to say that the Henry Barber is absolutely my favorite. I would say that the craziest thing was at the end when I did so much drag on the show, and I'm 6'2", and they'd love to put me in the spikiest heels they could find. I already towered over everybody. Like I had Terry so much in the beginning. I was always bent over and hunched over and talking to her. And at the end, I guess Scoutman and them decided to really go for broke, and they sent me over to Saturday Night Live to the studio and the head makeup guy, and they built this woman named Geneva Swift. And they built her into this sort of 60-plus woman with all of these, like we call them chicken cutlets, all the little stuff you put over your face to make you older. And I had a giant bosom made out of like rock salt. I don't know what was in there, and buckshot or something. And I decided to go all out. So I went and I got like a vocal coach, and we worked on like accents, and I was going to do like a dialect from like the Dakotas. And I got this really flat, and I got her really high up there, really like this, and I did all this work and all this stuff, and we screen tested it, and Chris said, that's great. And we got into shooting it, and we were shooting it, and the poor stage manager, they kept going, Trent, the voice needs to be higher. It sounds like a guy. You need to be higher. And I hadn't told anyone that I'd worked so hard on this. So I was feeling really resentful, like, you don't know what I've done to get your voice right. and you need to be higher. You need to be higher. Okay. And finally I was like, don't talk to me like that. I had a little Tom moment there. I was like, and Goutman comes out of the producer's room and he's like, I don't know what's going on with you. He read me the riot act. And after that voice was as high as you could possibly imagine. I was like, screw it. You know what? You did all this. I knew they were paying a buttload of money to the SNL guy because he came in every damn day and put those cutlets on my face. Oh, wow. But that was actually a lot of fun to get to do that kind of prosthetics. So that was a good time.
Can I use that? What was her name? I'm going to look that up.
Geneva Swift. You can't miss it. One of the ugliest women to ever grace the stages of daytime television.
Well, one of our fans, Melanie, said, can you all say a shout out to her mom, Ann? We love the show. So thank you, Ann, for watching.
Hi,
Ann.
Thank you, Ann.
And hopefully, Trent, we will see everybody who's here today and who appeared in our episode at Katonah Classic Stage.
I hope so. We're going to get things up and running. I think the benefit we have where I'm at right now is we can move outdoors. And that's because I don't think indoor theater is coming back anytime soon.
Trent, I'll be a vocal hire for you.
I would love it. I didn't know you were in Albany. I'm going to call you right when we get off the phone.
I'm the FD liaison chair up here. So if you have any union questions, give me a call.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
I have one question though. If people missed this and they want to, if this is recorded, right? Where do they go?
Still donate.
And they can still donate, correct?
They can still donate. You can still donate to Katonah Classic Stage. I also encourage you to go to the inflammatory breast cancer website that was mentioned at the top of the show.
And I put the website up on the YouTube page, so people, if they go back, it will be up there under Marnie's name. I put it under. So.
And Trent, a friend of mine donated but never got the link. So should I send her somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, if we missed a lot of people came in right at the last minute when we were throwing everything together.
Yeah.
The link is still good. So I will send anyone the link that hasn't gotten it yet. They'll get it. They can watch it, and they won't be live, but they'll actually get to see it.
Right, and they can watch it at any time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Oh, there's a kitty.
Trent, my friend.
A fold.
Alan.
A fold.
Adios. Love seeing you guys. That was great.
Thank you,
Everybody,
guys.
well.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
You guys are amazing.
Bye.
Great job.
Marnie. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. And anybody who's tuning in and watching, Paul Layden's joining me in the locker room on Friday from Europe to talk about his new movie. So
great.
Join us then.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.